So we are finally in F125, and I won't lie, I was so excited for my steering wheel to come in. I got the G9 or 29 Logitech, I think it is. Um, and I think there is gonna be a learning curve that I was not prepared
It's time
for.
for you to start thinking about.
I don't want to do this part. I just read all
This
this.
is where you choose your favorite F1
So the problem is
And
I
it's
think.
Mercedes.
Oh, okay. I was concerned. I thought I couldn't pick. Okay, that case.
And it's Mercedes. Ready to check?
Sure. This all counts technically towards the F1 online, but that's
This is the Fan Zone widget and will be your entry point to all things Fan Zone within F1 World. It'll let you know how many fan points you've earned in the current season and also show you who the previous season Fan Zone winners were.
yeah, I have a lot of learning this game before we get into the online stuff. So for right now, we're gonna hop into time trial. Actually, real quick, what was that? F120. Okay, F224. Okay. We're gonna hop into McLaren. I wish I knew these tracks so well that I could be like, oh, we're gonna do this one. But I don't have them that well memorized yet. Monza. There it is. We're gonna go to Monza. We're gonna see what I can do with this steering wheel. My setup is not right yet. My desk is kind of weird, so like trying to get the steering wheel to set up to the desk correctly and all of that stuff has proven to be rather difficult. So I'm gonna have to figure. Oh shit! I'm gonna have to figure that much out still. And the next thing is with the steering wheel, you can't just let go of it and go straight, and you can't just slam on the gas and on the brakes. Right now, I'm having to wrap my foot around a pole just to get on the gas and the brakes. So, but I wanted to test it out and play with it a bit before I just got it all set up. I want to make sure it worked. You can definitely feel the stiffness of the gears. You can definitely feel the stiffness of the gears trying to keep the steering wheel straight. I won't lie, I looked a lot worse when I first started. I did about a eighth of a lap, and then I was like, why am I not recording? So I popped it on, and it feels a lot better than the steering wheel though, or than the remote controller. But it definitely, like I said, it's not super smooth. I'm gonna have a big learning curve, but the gears in this thing are horrible. Also, I don't know what assists I have on and what I don't have on. I just turned the game on. I didn't really like look into it that much. Oh, the gears on this thing are bad. Like every time it jolts to the side like that, that's not me. That's the gears and the thing like pulling my steering wheel to the side and not. I might have to return it and get a new one instead of a refurbished one. Surprised that didn't count as an invalid lap. How do I pause on this thing? Okay. What if we go to settings and we start toying with this a little bit? Control and feedback, Logitech. Vibration. Of course on. I'm gonna turn this down to see if it helps with the gears. I feel like that needs to be switched as well, but I haven't like looked it up and all that stuff, so. Okay. Actually, hold on. Let's see if it doesn't do that anymore. This is a lot easier, I'm sure, with. Um, how do I? To. What do we have for assists on, by the way? Steering assist, braking assist. Oh, we haven't even gotten there yet. Wow, okay. So we have no assists on right now. That's fine. I've really got to move this thing. Oh god, okay. Okay. Okay, so we've learned the hard way that I have a big ass learning curve. I'm moving this brakes and gases. That's just a medium turn off on the traction control. We don't even have anti-lights. Okay, this is gonna be, oh. This is gonna be harder than I thought. I do want to eventually get to a place where I don't have to use steering assist, but good God. This is not easy. Okay. A lot more respect to... Okay, let's do this real quick for sake of... Let's do this. Let's learn the steering wheel before I try to do that. Just trying to see if they turned down that dampener thing, if it would stop grinding the gears as much. It's still doing it, but I don't know if that's the steering wheel brand or if it's because I'm it's a refurbished one. Also, I don't know what I just did. Ew. Yeah, learning to be more gentle there and not slide sideways and stuff is gonna be a tall task of learning. I don't think locking on the brakes is gonna be too much to learn, because I don't really press very hard on the brakes as it is. And I'm still having to wrap my foot around a pole right now, so that doesn't help. Damn, I had it going too. So while we're sitting here, who's excited about next year's F1 season? They're gonna have Cadillac joining, Audi's gonna be taking over one of the teams. Renault is gonna no longer be an engine provider, I think, to anybody but Alpine. That or Alpine's going to Ferrari, I'm not really sure. I know they said they were going French. And I don't know what that means. I didn't do much research. Some other things I was thinking about while we sit here and trying to learn how to really dive into this is so the Formula One my team career I was pretty excited about, but the problem was I'm having with it is that you have to drive every race or you can't see the races. And I think that it'd be nice if you could do like a simulation type of thing, like they do on oh, what is that game called? Like they do in MLB The Show, where you can like you can simulate every single game and see like what your players are doing or your team is doing. I wish you could do something like that in this game, where you could like turn on the simulations and you could just kind of watch your team do qualifying and watch your team do qualifying and watch your team do I feel like my brakes are running away from me. They are. I was like, I am losing my gas pedal. It's getting further and further away. That's gonna be a problem. I guess I'm a bit heavy on the brakes when I press it, like forcefully. That, and they're so far away from me as it is that my heel's not on the ground, so my seat doesn't help that they're kind of tall. All right, hold on one second. See if I move this closer to me, what will happen? Right now, my gas pedal is like, it's like I'm driving with a gas pedal in my passenger seat, and my my steering wheel is in front of me, are actually kind of more to my left. Okay, so you see how right now, if you look at the very bottom, I'm full throttle down. That's the traction control. If you can hear the engine, it's not kicking in. That's because the engine's doing what it needs to do to keep it from spinning out, which is where I'll have to learn how to lightly apply the gas and ease into it, so then I don't spin the car sideways, which now makes a lot more sense to when I watch Dude Perfect and Cody do racing. Oh, I didn't leave the track. Whatever. Spinning out and everything, that's a real thing. Alright. I don't even know how many laps we put in. 9. I gotta move my thing back again. The grass on the tires is so much more realistic than 24 R3. If you guys didn't know it, I got Formula 1 23 for free, actually, right when I really got into Formula 1, which was kind of ironic, from the PlayStation Store. And then I started racing it and everything, and I did a whole career mode with a controller. And I originally wasn't going to buy a steering wheel until I really started seeing some progress on the channel. But I just got so impatient. I was loving the game so much that I figured, you know what, I can do this for me, you know? But yeah, learning the traction control, learning the buttons, learning how to focus on the road. We haven't even tested to see if I can talk to my person yet, but we are kicking good ass times now. Again, a lot of like things I want to start working on and trying to make it where I'm obviously not using so many assists, but that's kind of for a future date kind of thing. Oh shit, I'm distracted. It said a bunch of things. I wasn't reading it. I was busy. I was really hoping in this year's game I can actually like talk to my crew chief, you know, saying things like box and stuff like that. What I should be doing is pausing, putting the steering wheel back where it needs to be. Oh, it's gonna give me the off-track crap. Oh, it didn't kick. Whew. We are getting faster. Again, I'm using a lot of assists, but we are getting faster. Also, when I get into my career mode finally, I will turn all the off-track things up and try to make it as realistic as possible. However, again, my gas pedal is sprinting away from me. That's not helping. If my laps are this much more consistent though, it's really gonna make racing a lot more fun. Yeah. Oh shit, I'm not paying attention again. Trying to figure out where that pause button is ridiculous. But again, I'm currently adjusting my brake pedal. I'm in the top 80,000. Wonder how many people have like done this time trial for me to be learning and in the top 80,000. Or where I'd be if I was on a steering wheel. I missed my brake. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm well aware. Alright, this is gonna be the last lap. See if I can't put up a purple here in the back corners. Nope. My last lap, and then I'm actually gonna move my setup and see if it works better in a different location. So. Alright. Options. In session. I need a fan for my hands though. I didn't realize how much holding a steering wheel is gonna make them like clammy. Okay, so can I like, you still can't go down there. Oi. Session's theoretical best is a 121.98. That is crazy to think I'm 3 seconds off that. Sorry, 1 second off. I'm not even a second off that. Oh, that's not right. Okay. I was like, it doesn't make sense because the daddy bear is 1, 2, 10, 100, 1/1000th of a second off of that. So, uh, sorry, I'm reading. Hold on. I'm faster through the middle than he was, but he's faster through the last sector and the first sector than me. So the last sector is apparently where I struggle. Alright. Oh, that's not the right button. I didn't mean to do that. What if I do this? Oh, he has 3 trophies. Good for him. Alright, advance. Oh, I could have like fastest lap, and I didn't see that until too late. Oh, I earned fan points. Cash. I forget what the cash does. I don't want that because I don't know. Unless if I earned all of those things. I might have earned all of those things and I'm just an idiot. Let's look at the fan zone while we're here. Where's Andy's? Verstappen. Cool. We'll look at that all later when we do online stuff. If we do online stuff. Garage.
This is your garage. As you play F1 World, you'll earn upgrades, which can be equipped here to improve your tech level. Upgrades are split into car parts and team members. Team members require a contract in order to be equipped. As well as improving your tech level, upgrades also offer gameplay mods that can change how your car and team perform on track. New items you've acquired appear here. We've got some, so let's go and open them and see what you've got.
Sure. Okay, so yeah, you unlocked all of those things. You didn't just unlock one of those things. Okay, cool. I thought I was selecting a specific thing every time and didn't realize yeah, whatever. Cool. Alright, well, we'll do all the online stuff later. Like I said, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm actually gonna pause this. I'm gonna try and reset up my desk a 5th time to see if we can get it to a place where I can comfortably sit and race and all that good stuff. So, I will see you guys in a bit. I changed the setup just a little bit. I'm not loving it. But for right now, this is the best I can do, so we are gonna try this and see how it feels, I guess. I mean, there's nothing really else I can do. I feel like the problem I'm having is the brake pedals are so like up and down and I'm not sitting really far away from them. So I'm gonna have to look and see if there's a way I can adjust them. Because if I can adjust them and they're not up and down and they're more backwards, because I don't exactly have a super nice setup or really the space to have a really nice setup. But if I could get it where I could have the oh shit. That is yeah, I haven't even done the lap yet, man. If I could get the steering wheel's pedals where they're not up and down, then I think I could set this up and it'd be just fine. So anyways, we're gonna do a few more flying laps, see how I feel. I think my seat is too high, but the other one is gonna be like sitting in a couch, so. Oh wow, okay. Good thing these are both not laps that count anyways. I just lost the Delta. The original Delta Ghost. You think I could catch him? I think he's moving that slow. I could. That's pretty bad. I was turned around and not moving for a while. Damn. I do love the realism on the tires though. That's pretty cool. I think that's where it spun out. Oop, there's more to that than I thought. I'm one of those, or you know that like feeling when you're like, oh, if I had a steering wheel, I'd be so much better. Arrogance. I don't know if it's because I haven't figured out the setup yet, or I think the pedals aren't as fast as like, shit. The pedals aren't as responsive as when you use your fingers on the triggers or what, but definitely gonna be a learning curve. Gonna have to learn to keep it off the bubble bumples. I still have to learn how to do no assists or less assists. This chair rolling around. I feel like a bottle of like excitement and complaints all at the same time. Yeah, because right now, like normally when I drive in like a car or like when I had my race car in real life, not that it was a very fast race car. Essentially though, what I was trying to say is when I drive, I don't have to lift my foot up completely off the ground every time. With this, I didn't leave the track. What? Whatever. This right now, the setup I have to lift up my foot every single time. So I'm gonna see if there's a way to adjust the pedals. And then maybe that'll significantly improve everything. That's gonna invalidate my lap. Just as long as it doesn't invalidate the next one. I don't care. shit. No, 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 no. Damn. Is that my first legal lap? I think it is, and I think I'm gonna beat it by like a tenth of a second. 0.2 of a second. Finally on a leaderboard because I actually didn't mess up. That's gonna allow me to have arrogance now. I must have. Oh, you know what? I have that little spin out. That's why. I was gonna say that guy is really far behind me right now. But that's because I spin in that same spot every time. I think it's right there. Nope. And with that, I'll be like 2 seconds ahead of pace. Told you. Mistakes are costly, man. Not having them really changes the game. Nice. I don't even know what that jumped me up to. I always beat my rival, baby. We're out here to grow. 7,000th. 70,000th. I didn't leave the fucking track! Now I left the track. Now I left the track, sure. I was reading all the things up top and not paying attention. It's fine. I keep having to pull my seat forward though. Like I said, I'm on a chair that rolls because I don't really have an amazing setup and it keeps running away from me. Said it fast this last sector. Crazy. Oh, and I left the track. Well, good thing damage isn't on. Or tire wear. Well, look at the rocks kick up. That's cool. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa,
Okay,
whoa,
well
whoa.
done. Looks like you've activated Rewind. You can use that to help fix any mistakes you might make when you're out on track. Okay, so you can use the controls to either pause, fast forward, or rewind, and once you've found exactly where you want to go again from, just follow the on-screen prompt to head back into the action.
Oh, well. That's cool. I don't know how I activated that, but... Sure. We'll just pick up where we left off. It's fine. It's fine. That was not a clean lap, but okay. The whole gears in the steering wheel trying to like fight me or whatever it's doing, shaking. Maybe it's just shaking, trying to like emulate the track. Whatever that is, it feels like it's definitely yanking me from side to side from time to time. Like I feel so much less smooth than I do in real life. Not that I think this track has been a track I've ever been good at, but... Last one. Before I try to see if I can adjust the pedals. There's another thing that would be cool, I think, is like... Did I really leave the track? Like, hold on, no. How do I do... I pressed the wrong button, but it worked. How do I do this? Oh, you know what? I don't know how to like... I might have barely left the track. Alright. Have some learning to do. Some adjustments to be made. But I am very excited. This is gonna be so cool, so fun. Oh, I like how different those were. 118 versus 121. Oh, okay. Nope. I'm good. I don't need all that. Advance. I don't know what assists I even have on right now. Alright, I'm gonna try one more setup and see if that works. I'm gonna try fixing these pedals and see if like I can make them a little bit better for my like sitting conditions. Instead of having to have my foot flexated so much the entire time. And then once I think I have a good setup, I'll come back. Okay, so I have one more way to try this. I have completely rearranged my entire room, and because of it, I don't exactly have as much space in my room anymore. But we are gonna give this a go. I think I've done McLaren and I think I've done Ferrari and Mercedes, so we'll go with you this time. I don't want to go to Monaco. Where's Texas? I don't really think I want to go to Texas either, but yeah, so I've redone my entire room. I don't know if this will work. I could also try doing 2 foot. Okay. The only thing I've noticed is I don't have, like, my elbows are propped up, which are slightly annoying, just because how far away I am. But if I sit upright a little bit, hold on. I'm tinkering. Alright, let's go to track. I wonder... Oh, cool, I didn't know you could use the gas pedal and stuff to, like, look around and shit. Alright, hold on. Okay, what if I do this? I'm gonna try using a 2-foot here. I don't know if they actually 2-foot in Formula One, but if they do, this would make a lot of sense for me. I don't 2-foot in real life because I drove manuals. Oh, my steering wheel already pulled out of the wall. Ah, what if I 1-foot? Ah, shit. I guess it's already an invalid lap, so what does it matter? Alright, I'm a 1-foot this time, see what it does. Yeah, my steering wheel just keeps falling out. I'm having to like press it back to have it where I want it. Like, this is the ideal setup, I just don't have the right desk for it. Because I can 1-foot or 2-foot here and that's fine. Definitely a lot faster 1-footing or 2-footing though. If that's a real thing in Formula One, I'll probably 2-foot from now on. The steering wheel though, I've got to find a way to mount it in there better. Hold on. Alright. Definitely ruins the layout of my room, but I think if I press it in there hard enough, it'll stay. This means I need a new desk. That's not how you not cut corners, but okay. What if I back up a little bit here? My right as I need to brake, of course I hit the pause button. Sorry, I had to move the steering wheel to the... right a little bit. Or not steering wheel, the TV. I had to move the steering wheel to the right. I needed to move the TV to the right to match it. Oh, learning to get rid of the assists are going to be such a challenging inquiry. I'm so for it, but it's going to be a challenging inquiry. For me, at least. Alright, one more lap. 2 more laps. And then I'm going to show you something crazy. Then I went off the track again. Texas is one of those tracks I struggle with. That turn right there, staying on. And that one. I am going to a 2-foot right now. And when I say 2 foot, if you don't know what that means I'm using 2 feet, one on the brake and one on the pedal or gas, instead of one just using my right foot. Because the biggest thing with this setup is, I don't think I'm going to be able to shift gears by myself because of my desk. Every time I try to shift gears, I nail my fingers on the desk. Because right now my steering wheels, the gear shifters, the paddle shifters, they rub almost on the top part of my desk, because my desk is like stupid tall, and I only have, I went off the track again. Son of a bitch. Not done a legal lap yet. Anyways, yeah, so I think in talking like assists and stuff, I think for now I will work on trying to like learn maybe like the anti-brake lock or whatever, and the I swear I saw in an interview somewhere that they use 2 feet to brake in Formula 1. I will look it up as soon as I finish this lap. But yeah, the shifting thing, I'm not going to be able to do the shifting thing. Not until I get like a nicer desk or a nicer chair or a better layout or something. So much easier to take that turn without a steering wheel, or with a steering wheel. Alright. This lap is going to be a clean lap, and then I'm going to do another lap after that without the assists on to show you how much of a learning curve I have. I didn't go out of the fucking track limits. Okay, well, maybe I won't get a valid lap. I was trying to get one valid lap where I didn't go off of the track line, but or exceed track limits, but I'm struggling with that, so yeah. I am curious though what They're all green because I haven't done a legal lap yet. Alright. One more. I want one legal lap. Staying on the track. Thank you. Now for the next part. This one right here. That's fine that I lost some delta, but this is gonna be a real lap. I'd rather be slow and get one real lap than to be faster than my best and still doing invalid laps. Nice. Alright, now if I pause, let me just show you guys something. Ready? Settings, assists, braking assists, anti-lock off, traction control, just medium. That's all I did was put it to medium. Yeah, all I did was put it to medium. Let me show you what this looks like. Oh god, sorry. There's the brake. Okay. Okay. That's me locking up and me spinning out. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. I really am gonna have to like get into the toes. Okay, so brake assists I think are gonna be a lot easier. That's proving to be my difficulty. Also, I just realized that I keep pressing the wrong button when I do that. Assists. Oh, it says it's on. We'll figure all that out later. Alright. Let's see if we can learn now. There's my lockup. There's my spin out. Oh god. God, I haven't even put it on off yet. I wonder if I'm gonna have to like learn how to downforce. I'm not even full brake there. Oh shit. This would be a lot harder than I thought. I'm off the truck. And I'm sideways again. The grass kicking up is pretty cool. Oh, okay. That's where I'm making my mistake. So the lockup isn't, lockup is because I'm braking while I'm turning. Jesus Christ. Okay, so... Okay, hold on. I think I'm starting to get it. 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Big 30-second jump there, right now? Alright. Like, think I'm just gonna get all focused here, but I'm still gonna make a mistake probably. No. And we're in the wall. I'm surprised this lap hasn't been invalidated yet. Ow, I got my finger stuck. And now it's been out of all of that, that's what caused it to be like, you know what, nah, no more. Damn it. I was backwards, dude. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. I'm sorry. My bad. There we go. Nope. How much am I pressing here? I need to turn the sensitivity up on the brakes. I think, or not the sensitivity, but that whatever that number is that says like that cut out. Yeah, whatever. Let's try this. Let's try this. We're gonna slow down here. We're not gonna worry about trying to be faster than earlier. We're gonna learn how to handle this. Also, I need to check my phone. Sorry, I just realized I'm still recording and not paying attention here. Yeah, okay, my bad. Alright, so we can go back to our old habits here. Let's... Son of a bitch. I don't remember how to look backwards. Well, we're finished that lap. That was our fastest lap with assist off. Good God. Alright, hold on. Pause. I don't like the pause ones on top. Settings. Yep, that's... You play... The thing. Yeah, let's just do that real quick. Also, the R1, R2 buttons, they don't, on this thing, they don't work. It's really annoying. Camera customization. What does this do? Oh. I wish I could remove the halo, the middle piece of the halo for cockpit, or raise the cockpit up because it's sitting so low. But we're actually gonna click this button real quick. Okay. Alright. Now 2 minutes and 6 seconds. And that was with assists still. Damn. Alright. Let's jump back into this. Yes. Now give me 2 seconds. We're gonna look up Formula 1 foot layout. Pedal. I should have said pedal in that foot. Okay, so they do a 2 foot. They drive 2 foot, so I don't feel stupid for driving 2 foot in Formula 1. So let's go to the track. I still don't like, the pedals are too close. Oh, we're back to spinning out here. See that halo being right in the middle? It agitates me. I can't see anything. Okay, hold on. Options. Let's go to... Let's try this. I'm gonna back up a little bit. I'm gonna move my desk. And I think this is just gonna be like a really annoying habit that I have to do constantly when I play my racing game. I'm also gonna put this back because there's no reason for it to be here. It won't stay. Oh, you're still recording. My GoPro's been on this entire time. 41 minutes of just insane amount of random ass GoPro play. Oh, damn it. Sometimes I question myself. Alright, so let's try this. We've moved the steering wheel closer to me. The pedals are further away. Right? Maybe this is just something I have to do every time I race in my Formula 1 game. I just have to move my desk insanely close to me and then I'll just have to move it back and forth, which will be fine. Let's change this to TV pod. And then we'll just restart the lap. Wall, found it. We haven't even started yet. Haven't even started yet. Alright, well, let's do this a little bit differently. Oh, that's not the right button. I just changed something and I don't know what I changed. Okay, well, I figured out what those buttons do. Alright. Ready, go. Trying to keep it on the track. No matter what. Son of a bitch. As long as I don't get an invalid lap, that's fine. The goal is no invalid laps. While we learn how to drive with the steering wheel and no assists. Oh shit. God. I don't know if you guys have that thing where you look at something and you see somebody else do it super smoothly and you're like, oh, I could do that. No, I can't. My entire lap time with no assists is about the same as my lap time, or my first sector, by the way, right now. That was better. Oh shit. I can't just floor it. I forget that. (2 minutes and 20 seconds. Ah, shit. No, 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 no. Well, the crowd is all laughing. I just gotta be more delicate. For gas sakes. The brakes, I'm not even comprehending at this point. Like, I will eventually, don't get me wrong. But I have yet to comprehend the brakes. I'm not braking hard enough. So I feel like if I'm going straight, I can slam on the brakes. But then sometimes I do it and then I just sideways, you know? And next thing you know, I'm backwards. Oh, shit. I'm gonna get really good at turning the car around, though. I'm just kind of tempted to do this. Just like, what if I... 50% only. Just nice and easy. Let's get it around the track. Let's learn. Instead of just trying to sprint. Let's walk a little bit. Right? It's a bit more efficient. I'm not having to brake as much because I'm not going as fast. That was technically faster than the last lap. That's progress. I'm impatient. Okay. Okay, let's keep it in the track here. Let's keep it in the track. Let's keep it in the track. Nope, almost lost it there, but didn't. See if we can do this in 2 minutes and like 50 seconds. Oh shit. Oh. Drifting at its finest. I do have our traction control off right now, so that doesn't help my case. Man, I was so close. Under 2 minutes. That's progress. I keep hitting my toe on the clutch. Ow. I love how that's not an invalid lap. They're like, yeah, you're going so slow, it's fine. We don't mind. It's gonna take me 2 minutes to get out of the front turn. Oh, come on. All right. One more lap. I'm gonna take a break and eat something because I haven't eaten today. Yeah, and the next thing to think is like I haven't even had to worry about like dirty air. I haven't had to worry about other cars yet. I haven't had to worry about like none of it. No, 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 no. All right, come on. We can do this. We can do this. Little bit of competitiveness. No, 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 no. It's fine. That was on purpose. And is this an invalid lap? No? Okay. Only when you're competitive is it invalid. That is what they say. So what I'm thinking is, well, what I was originally going to do is I was going to sit here and kind of talk about like how I wish that you could like edit and add character drivers to the roster, kind of like you can do in MLB The Show, or like I wish that you could, you know, edit the rosters a little bit. Like maybe I want you know, Red Bull to be a little worse than what the game is claiming Red Bull to be, because personally that's what it looks like. Or maybe I want to just add Checo back to the game so then I can put him on my team instead of having to use F2 drivers. Maybe I want to like edit and build like a true logo for my team, which is one of the things that really sucks about this, is like I want to make a my team playthrough, but I don't have the ability to like fully edit and make my own logo, or better yet, do like something you can do in like the show. And I'm sorry, the show is the only real game I've played a lot of, but or even in Forza Horizon and Forza, like you can go online and people have spent hours just making every emblem and decal and car livery and that you can think of, and then you can go and add that to your car. And I think that's a really cool system. And then on top of that, like if people download it in the game, maybe you earn in-game credits to make like your online player better. So then people are encouraged to sit there and build like maybe like the 2009 Ferrari livery. You know, like there's a lot of things that they could do with it. They could build the new Audi livery. Like there's so many options and stuff like that I wish that they would add in. Or another thing is if you play the My Team, you can my brain will catch up, hold on. If you play My Team, you can oh shit, I had it going so well and I didn't want to say anything. That's gonna invalidate my lap. Yep. Nope. I was going so good too. I was going so good I didn't want to say anything. But like in like brain in MLB The Show, right? Like if I make a franchise mode where you own the team, I can choose if I want to play as a team, and I can choose to like be a commanding force by, you know, hitting with every player and pitching with every player, or even by player locking and only using one, which is a really cool concept. Oh, now it's invalid. Whatever. A really cool concept, but, you know, obviously in Formula 1 you can't, we are going to do this. Hold on. Just for now. In Formula 1, obviously you can't drive as both drivers, but you know, it'd also be cool to have the option to sit back and watch your team race and let the AI do it. When did I set a 158? Nice. I did a 158 with no assists. I didn't even realize I did that. That's cool. I'm gonna go to a different track, and talk a little bit more before I hop off and eat something and stuff. But oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was pretty stupid. Select. Let us go to we'll go there. Sure, we'll go drive as Saber. But yeah, I wish that you could have it where you could simulate, and like I know there's a way to simulate, but you have to do the qualifying, otherwise they get dropped back. But it would be cool if in the simulation, like you could go back and watch the race, like it got simulated out, and then you could watch it. If that makes sense. That would be really cool features, like, oh, we were already here. I've already done this track. I'm pretty dumb. I don't know what I was thinking, but I want to do a new track. I was wanting to... Sure, we'll go there. But it would be really cool to, like, let the AI simulate it out and it to be true to their stats. And, you know, instead of it being like, oh, I'm going up there and driving with my F2 driver and he's getting, you know, top 15s, top 10s. It's like realistically, he's probably not going to do that, especially in the lowest rated car, you know, in his rookie year on his first race. Maybe he might, but let's be honest, it's probably not going to happen. So there's only so much realism I can do by being the driver and like really just being analytical about the sorry, my brain will not think and drive at the same time. I've already went off the track. Okay, sure. Analytical about the difficulty and trying to keep myself in a good spot where, you know, I think it's reasonable. But at the same time, like, you know, I think it'd be fun to be able to simulate through some more races. Maybe watch the highlights, the parts I want to see, make a good video out of it, and then, you know, not be so involved in the driving side and more involved in the just the management side. I would be a manager, not a racer, not a driver. Especially since if I'm already doing my driver or a driver itself, like, I don't want to, you know, drive this same track, do 70 laps, 50 laps, and then it be an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then because I want to do both gameplays at the same time, next thing you know, I'm doing the same race again, you know. Ah, shit. So, there's just, like, some little thoughts and, like, stuff like that I wish they would do. I think, you know, maybe making, and I haven't complained, but I've said this, I think, for MLB The Show as well. Like, I wish some more of, like, those detailed stats would come back. I like though I haven't seen it in action, but I've watched some gameplay before I bought the game, and it was cool to see, like, wow, I'm way down there. Makes sense though. I mean, I'm learning how to not lock up my brakes and shit. But you know, I've talked about it on the MLB The Show, and if I haven't, I will eventually. I just haven't played the MLB The Show that much. I haven't played franchise, nothing. But I think it would be nice to see like those stats or statistics come back. Like another thing is like in 23, and I think in this game as well, like you can't really access your saves. You can't access the driver roster. You can't access any of those things. And when you can't access them, it's like, you know, I can't even go find what they have, you know, ratings wise on Max Verstappen and, you know, Oscar Piastri, and like I can't even go see those things simply. Now maybe there is a way and I just haven't found it yet, but I think that would be really cool to be able to have like a roster editor where, like, you know, if I want to go add Checo Perez in as a, I didn't go off the fucking track. If I want to go add Oscar Perez, what? Checo, I could, you know, if I wanted to see what Max Verstappen's stats are, I could. If I wanted to make a my team, and I wanted, you know, say, damn it. That's fine. The rocks flying is a really cool feature. I really love that. I think a lot of this game has got a lot of cool things, I won't lie. But I do think it would be cool to see some, like, of the things I'm mentioning come to the game. But yeah, if say somebody's favorite driver is Carlos Sainz, right? And they really, for some reason, didn't like that Lewis Hamilton got brought to the team because Sainz is their favorite driver and they want him back, right? Maybe they could go into the settings, that roster update, and they could put Lewis Hamilton, say, back on, maybe they can move Lewis Hamilton to Red Bull because they want Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen to race together. They could put Carlos Sainz back on Ferrari, you know, and then they could make a my team where they race against that, or they own one of the former teams, and then now they're the owner of Ferrari, and they're like, their excuses is back in 2024 they decided to keep him, and then because of that, Max Verstappen or Red Bull signed Lewis Hamilton, right? Like maybe they don't like that Lewis Hamilton is as highly rated, or maybe they wish he was more highly rated, and they think that just because he had one season, he shouldn't have dropped down as much as he has, right? Like, there's a lot of little stuff like that. Like, there would be so much cool customization. You could go in, and I don't know if Sebastian Vettel is in the game, but, like, you could put Vettel in the game. You could create his player, just out of your own accord, because you want him on your team again. You could make yourself in my team. You could make, say, you and your best friend maybe are both into Formula One pretty heavily, you know? You could make you and your best friend, and you could, you know, you could start them off as zeros because you only play simulators and you want it to be realistic. You could put them all the way up to, you know, 99s where they have everything already unlocked, and then you could simulate, so then they're driving themselves. And, you know, maybe you could even add in like a potential system where, you know, say Kimi Antonelli, we think has like a B potential. He's gonna get to an 88 one day, and maybe we think Gabriel Borletto is only ever gonna get to 7.7. Now, is that actual? No, I'm not saying those guys have those talents. I'm just saying those numbers as random numbers and using random names, you know. Maybe friend 1 wants a 99 potential, but friend 2 wants to be more realistic and have an 88 potential. Maybe you want ah shit, I locked up. But yeah, I just think like little stuff with that being nice. Like another thing is it would be fun if I could save before the race, so then, you know, if I want to go back to that save, I could, because I'm like, hey, you know what? I just jumped in and I was racing and they're blowing my doors off, so I want to go back to that save and I want to restart it, so then I'm not 20 seconds behind pace, you know? Like, I want it to be competitive. Or maybe you're like some people, like I know in MLB The Show, there are people that just want to hit home runs, you know? Maybe there's somebody that just wants to kick the CPU's butt so then they feel better about themselves, or just because they want to feel like they're the pro of the world, right? Like, I don't know. I'm not going to down it. But it would be nice that you could do that. You could go back and restart that race, and you could have those things, those abilities to really allow yourself to, you know, have more control of the game, more ability, more customization, more, like, if I want to have a cool emblem on my team car, like, let me have a cool emblem on my team car. I don't want to have to pick from the same banners and emblems that everybody else has, and there's only 4 of them. There's actually like 10, or no, maybe 15 of both. But I mean, still, that's only, you know, so many options that you have available to you. I'm getting better at this. I think having the traction control on medium's a lot easier. I don't know how to get faster, but as I said something and now I'm sideways. But yeah, I think there's a lot of things that you could like do with the game that would allow people to feel more in tune with it. Like, you know, you could, for say you want the gent's name from Need for Speed to be in this game. I don't actually know his name. I apologize. I forget the character's name, but you could then add him into this game, and maybe you give him, you know, whatever stats you want to give him. I think there's a lot of like customization that needs to be allowed into the game, if I'm only to specifically talk about Formula 1 and its modes. Does this button make me look back? It's this button. I was not looking at the road, sorry. But yeah, I would love to see a lot of those things added in, allowing you to really, you know, be more engaged with the game. Like, if I wanted to make Cadillac on my PlayStation 5, because Cadillac is coming into the game, I should be able to make Cadillac. If I wanted to change this kick, I can't remember their full name, but if I wanted to change this team to Audi because I wanted Audi to be in the game, I should be able to change this team to Audi. If I want to change all of the teams and I want to put Red Bull, or I want to get rid of Red Bull, all of them, and I want, say, let's say, oh shit, I'm not gonna be able to say it. Lamborghini, I want Porsche, I want all these new team names, then I could. If I wanted to go even crazier and I wanted to get rid of everybody and I wanted all the teams to be like McDonald's, Taco Bell, like, I could change all the teams and change all their liveries and make it really engaging and really, you know, unique. I think not only would it give more desire to people to come play this game, but I think it would also allow people to really express themselves and make crazy content where, you know, there would just be so much more replayability to the game that you're missing out on when you're trying to, when you're not giving it as that much customization. I've saved that somehow, and never mind. Well, I think that's a great place to call that. Oh, look at all those rocks flying. That is so cool. I wonder if you can see it. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Sorry. I was trying to see something. Is it this button? Oh, you can't do that. Okay. But yeah, I think there's so many things you could do with this game, so many outlets you could try and reach into. There's so many opportunities and chances and things that you could do. I feel like it'd be so cool to see those developments take place, and I don't know, it definitely would make me feel like as just a player, not even, because I'm not really a content creator. I know I make videos and stuff, but I'm not the guy that's editing every video down to get 1,000 views or 100,000 views. Like, I'm just playing raw content and then posting it. Like, it's, but I think those things would really, and I went off the track. Fuck you. I think those things would really add to the game. I think it would be so cool to see. Maybe I want my team to have sponsors, and my team, right? But say they don't have McDonald's as a sponsor, and I just want McDonald's and Pizza Hut and all those things on my car, right? Now I could create those emblems, put them on my car, and then I could hide the actual sponsors you get in my player. You could hide those emblems, and then you would have your McDonald's sponsorships and your Pizza Hut sponsorships and all these other sponsorships that the game can't access because, you know, copyright and all that crap. Are the emblems gonna look perfect? No, but I'm sure there are people out there that can spend enough time to make it look close enough that people would download the logos and use them. And then now maybe the Formula One has the argument, well, we want you to buy our stuff. You want us to spend our money. We want you to buy more crap, right? To be honest with you, probably giving more editing abilities is gonna make it where people buy more, right? Maybe you make it where you add in another mode where like you can, I don't know how you would do that, and I can hear that argument where like Forza Horizon has the ability to drop more cars in the game, and then people spend the money that they have to buy them, or they spend money to buy them, or they buy DLCs to buy them. Where in Formula One, like you can't, if you give people the ability to create characters, they're not gonna buy the upgraded version, because why would I add in Sebastian Vettel if it's already in the game? But then the next argument is, like, it's pretty similar to if I play franchise mode, damn it, and I want all the information on all the stuff to be said about him, right? The AI isn't going to talk about my created player as David Ortiz, you know, and his past if I put him in my franchise mode, right? They're gonna call him David Ortiz and then move on, or talk about his current career, where, like, similar to this, in the pregame, they're not gonna talk about Sebastian Vettel as if he's a legend. They're just gonna use his name. But if you take the time, right, and put him in the game, you know, all those extra audios and stuff are gonna come in. Maybe the celebrations you still sell, because you can't create, like, you can't AI create the celebration. And then maybe you add more in. You could add in Simply Lovely. You could add in Smooth Operator, or I'm an athlete, geek, you know, like, you could add in all of those things that have happened in real life, all those audios. You could add in more voice cues. You could have, like, an American and a British person and an Australian, and you could use these people's accents. I'm gonna go. Yeah, already. It doesn't matter. You could use all these operators, and next thing you know, you're looking at people, you know, either A, they're playing the game for hours and hours on end because they want to unlock the awesome male voice that they want, or maybe even a female voice. I know girls like Formula One, or like there's so many of those options you could do that would still allow you to make money. So I don't know. I'm pretty new to Formula One, where MLB The Show, like I've been playing since 2K10 or even 2K7 was a thing. So I have a lot more experience to speak about these things, and I probably look at Formula One a little different than a lot of people do. Where, you know, like MLB The Show, you have, shit, I did it again. Alright, that's definitely going to be the end of it. But MLB The Show, you have a lot more, like, you know, you can use Mike Trout, you can use cards. You know, maybe in this game, you can have a specific mode where you can use, like, this legendary car from this year, you know, like the 2009 Sebastian Vettel, or not, the 2000 and something Sebastian Vettel's blank car, you know, and then it could have like really nice stats to it, and now you're getting to race with different versions of the Formula One cars, and you know, it's kind of the same theory. Like, you know, if you put somebody from a really old MLB or Major League Baseball in with a new Major League Baseball player, they're probably gonna have a learning queue. You know, those cars aren't really as fast as these cars are, but I mean, you give them the stats about how fast they were in that day, and then people can unlock them or buy them or whatever. And I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of things that you could do that would allow you to make money but still give you the ability to really allow people the customization and the creativity, where, you know, now if I spend an hour making this epic livery and then put it on the store and people download it, maybe I get cash, or, you know, game cash obviously, but, you know, something that I can use to then upgrade my car or buy a new car or buy one of the cars that are in the shop. Or it's just, there's so many things you could do. Also, I don't think I'm gonna finish this lap in time. I have 30 seconds to end this video before it doesn't save, because last time it didn't save when I did it. I went off the track anyways, so it's fine. There's so much contemplation and ideas and stuff that you could do that I think would just really add to the envelopment of the game. So anyways, that is gonna be all for now. I don't know if when I get back on I'll play a little bit more of this, if I'll do a bit more laps and trying to learn how to, you know, really use no assists, or I might just hop straight into starting my first my Formula One career, and, you know, I will do F2 for a little while to learn, and you can skip that. I would totally understand as much. But I really hope that this series, the series I do on this game, really pick up a following, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Maybe I can build something here, because I really do enjoy driving in Formula One. I enjoy driving this game. I'm excited to have, you know, the smarter AI than when I was playing on 23, which, if you haven't watched, I know it's older, but if you have some free time, turn it on, take a look, give it a watch. I'd appreciate it as much. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm excited to get better. I'm sure watching other people that are really good at this game, they have the ability to hopefully add in like higher difficulties and, you know, make it more realistic. And got a red flag. I forgot that I had a red flag. But anyways, I have babbled enough, and I appreciate you guys if you've made it this far in this video. I really hope that, you know, like I said, these videos take off. I'm probably going to be spending a lot of time doing this, so much appreciation, and we will just end it here and go double check this real quick. We'll give it a little peek, see what position I'm looking at on the leaderboard, and then I'm probably gonna have to rearrange my room a little bit because we have destroyed my room trying to figure out a way to make this accessible and usable and playable. But it looks like with going off the track, we set quite a few 17 um 17.5, 17 and a halves, which is pretty cool. Brake assists are completely off, which is cool to know. I wish that you could see if they were using like a steering wheel or not. But yeah, definitely gonna have some learning curves. Definitely gonna make a lot of mistakes. I think for Formula 2, if I play it, I'll make it where I have one rewind a game and then that's it. Uh, but yeah, I'm so stoked. I can't wait. And again, if you guys made it this far in the video, I really hope that you guys, check out the channel, watch some of the videos. I would really appreciate the support. And yeah, I'm absolutely geeking. All right, what did I earn here? I earned some fan points, some cash, some other stuff, some stuff, and some stuff. Some more stuff. I do look forward to getting into online play, but I also don't want to like dive too much into it right away. I would like to get better at the game, obviously. But again, so much appreciation if you've made it this far, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Peace.